Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of identifying proportional and non-proportional functions. This is standard 8.5H in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 18 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have 4 different situations here, and we need to find the one that describes a non-proportional relationship. Well, if we don't know what that means, could we try to figure this out without that definition? We'll get to that at the end of the video, but what do we know about this? Well, the circumference of a circle where the radius of x units can be represented by, so you know what, I don't really think we need the words in any of these. I think we just need to look at our actual equations. So let's look at this. The circumference of a circle, we've got y equals 2 pi x. So what form is that in? So you know what, that to me looks like it's going to be direct variation. So direct variation is that form to where it's very proportional, and you just have y and x equal to each other except for some type of constant there that is modifying the x. So that, even though it's 2 pi, that 2 pi I think kind of represents that k. So that's what that reminds me of. Let's check G. The perimeter, don't really care. Oh yeah, look at that, y equals 3x. That's definitely the y equals kx, and that is also going to be direct variation. Y and x are equal as long as you take into account that constant of proportionality. Now look at this. We got the total surface area of a cylinder. We've got y equals 2 pi x. Okay, well this is just what that circumference was, right? But now we've got a plus 2 pi. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So that's slope-intercept. Because you've got the first part looks like the direct variation, the y equals kx, right? You've got your modifier right here, your slope. But then you've got this plus 2 pi. That's the b right there. Y equals the 2 pi is the x. Next to the x is going to be your m, your slope, and then your 2 pi at the end is going to be your b, your y-intercept, which is if your x is 0, right? So if this x becomes 0, that 2 pi is going to turn into 0 because anything times 0 is 0. So y would equal 2 pi. And so you have what we call a y-intercept. And then the radius of a circle with diameter of x, yeah, that looks the same. Look at this, y equals kx. That half is your constant of proportionality. This is also direct variation. All right, so even without looking at anything, we can tell that one is definitely different. So this is what direct variation means. Proportional graphs, most of these are going to look like this. They always go through the origin, okay? So they either start at the origin or they pass through the origin. But your direct variation always goes through 0, 0. But we have a y-intercept here. You see this one, if we were to graph it, it's going to look something kind of like this. It's not going to start at the origin. It's going to start up here at 2 pi. So visually, that is going to be a difference that we can see on these graphs. If you're using slope-intercept form, it doesn't go through the origin. If you have direct variation, it does go through the origin, and that's what proportional relationships means. Proportional relationships, they go through the origin, and they don't have anything extra like a y-intercept, so our answer here is H.